Yo, what's up? What's up? This is my first ever chart breakdown. I'm going to tell you what I'm looking at for the upcoming week. So, this is a new trading setup as well. I have a big ass monitor that's not fitting in the OBS window. I'm gonna get that figured out later on, I promise. But for right now, I'm gonna let y'all know what I'm looking at for the upcoming week. I am a swing trader, so it's going to be a lot of high time frames, a lot of pairs because I'm a swing trader. So setups do not always present itself as quickly as a scalper. So let's get straight into it. So the first pair I got here is Euro odd. So off rip, I'm going to say that we are becoming bullish. If you look here, we were bearish here, and then right here we broke this high. So we are in bullish territory, but when you see this such a horrible bearish candle, you have to be concerned. You have to be concerned right here. You have to 100% be concerned. So that's the weekly. So I'm going to go down to the daily here, right? So the daily, when we're looking at the daily, we have structure right here. We have structure in this area right here. So if I pull out my fibs, I do use fibs. I love a lot of confirmations. I really do. If I pull out my fibs, we are sitting right now. We are sitting at the golden fib zone, right? We are sitting at a golden fib zone. But like I said, once again, I would like to see, like we broke these highs right here, broke these highs over here, and now we're coming back down to retest these highs, and we're retesting at a golden fib zone and at an EMA. But look at this bearish candle right here. That's scary. That is scary. Like, I know it's still a higher time frame, but I wouldn't just hop into this trade, because all that bearish momentum, like, it can just blow past this level, come back down, honestly, and then retest the level and the EMA to continue coming down. So I honestly would not hop into a trade just yet. I would just chill. I would sit on my hands and I would just be mad patient, man. I would be mad patient. I'll go down. We go down to the 8 hour. Let's go all the way down to the 4 hour. So what I would look for in Euro odd, I will look for structure. I need a structure shift. So I'm on a 4 hour right now. I need to see a shift in structure. I need for this EMA to come down. I need for literally a structure shift, because right now we're still bearish. I need for a 4 hour to turn bullish. You know, create a high, create a low, create a higher high, and then I need to retest. Hopefully this is a high. I need to retest the high at the level and at this EMA to continue to go long. I need a complete shift of structure, because right now this is bearish momentum right here. I need this right here to turn bullish, and then I'll hop in a trade to ride it all the way back up here to these highs up here. So that's Euro odd. All right, so we're gonna go to AUD CAD. So we're gonna go up to back to the weekly. So I know my charts look a mess. Like I say, I like confirmations. In the past, I did try to use like less crap on my charts, but I like it for now at least. So AUD CAD, as you can see, we are in bearish territory right now. We are in bearish territory. We have the most recent low is actually here, but I'm using this as my most recent low, or swing low, and we did break that. This candle right here was the first candle to close below it. So of course we need to retest it to continue down. So let's go down to the daily. And if we're looking at the daily, let's get rid of this real quick. So if you're looking at the daily, we're already at the level to retest it. We're already there. But once again, if we see all of this bullish momentum right here, all of this bullish momentum is not going to fly, because it can just blow past this level, then come down, retest this level, and continue up. So we need for structure to shift bearish. That's the main thing in trading. We need structure to shift into the direction that you need it to go into. So I'm going to jump all the way down to the 4 hour, right? So 4 hour. What would make me comfortable taking this trade on the 4 hour, honestly, is if we come all the way down, break this level right here, come down, retest the level, and then come back down. And hopefully by the time we retest this level, that EMA will be here as well, and then we can ride it back down. I know the main level is all the way up here, but you don't always need to enter a trade at your actual area of interest. You know, you have to let the charts play out the way the charts play out and be reactive to the charts. The charts will not listen to what you tell it to do. You know, the chart's going to tell you what to do, and then you react. So for me to be safe, because right now we're on a 4 hour time frame, and right now we are bullish. You know, we broke this high and we're bullish. So I need to break these lows and then retest and then come back down, you know, to let me know that we are now bearish again. So that's what I'm looking at for AUD CAD. For, once again, momentum to shift, break these lows, retest, and hopefully retest this level and retest this EMA and continue back down bearish. All right, let's keep going. All right, so we have Euro GBP. my bad. All right, so this is kind of ugly. You know, we're technically in a range. We have like all these wicks down here, all these wicks up here. We're technically in a range. So this is a trade where you're going to need to be patient, because it's going to continue to do rangy mess. You honestly, with this pair, to be completely honest, especially if you're worried about protecting your capital and risk management and just being a safe trader, I wouldn't take a trade on this pair until it breaks below here and becomes fully bearish, or if it breaks above here and becomes fully bullish. You know, break and retest. I'm a break and retest trader, so that's what I do. Like, just break out of this range here. See all of this just coming back in and out, you know, just break out of the range and then either go bullish or bearish. But if you want to get into it, then it's what we'll do. I'm gonna drop all the way down. I'm gonna drop to the 6 hour. So if you want to actually be able to take a trade in this on this pair, so this is what I will look at. I will look at the fact that we kind of do have a head and shoulder pattern presenting itself here. You know, we have a shoulder, head, and then we have another shoulder right here trying to form. So I would like for it to, but at the same time, this is a bullish. It is, I would say it's bullish, like, because we broke this high right here. So I would wait for it to break this low, and these swings are very small because it's ranging. So I would wait for it to break this low, come back, retest, and then come down. But this is a high risk trade. This is a high risk trade mainly because it's a lot of BS going on in here. It's not clean. It's not clean at all. It is not clean. It's very rangy. So if I was to go into this trade, it would be very, 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 very low risk trade for me. When it comes to risk management and how much I want to risk on this trade, because it's very risky. It's a very risky trade. So not even going to spend too much time on it, because honestly, I would wait for it to break out of this range before I'll hop in. So let's keep it going. Alright, so USD SEC is actually one of my favorite pairs, but it does look very, very ugly right now. I'm not going to lie. So if we go on the weekly, you know, we are bullish on the weekly, and it honestly already came and retested the level that I would like for it to retest before I would go into a trade. But we're going to see what it gives us, you know, and it really doesn't give us anything. Like I said, I love this pair. I really, really know this pair. It's a very easy pair to trade because it really works with market structure. Market structure. So for me, if I was to get into this trade, right, I drop down to the 6 hour. Like I say, I'm a swing trader, so I'm looking at higher time frames, just scrolling through to see how clean it is on each time frame. So according to the 6 hour, right? So we have this crazy bullish push right here. Crazy bullish push right here, right? And then we have this level right here. But if we look at history right here, with this crazy bullish push, you know, it came right back down and it's just floating here in a range. So honestly, I would not touch this pair at all, just to let it play out, just to let it see what it do. I would not even touch this pair probably for this whole week to see what it does. But if you're searching for a trade, which you should not do, but if you're searching for a trade, what I would do, because we already have some wick rejections right here on the 6 hour, which 6 hour does hold a lot of weight. So I would wait once again for momentum to change and then ride it back up. That's what I would do. I'll drop down to the 4 hour. There we go. We have more wick rejections. And honestly, like I really like this pair a lot. So, like, to be truthful, I will probably just wait for a candle to engulf this candle here. You know, but I probably wouldn't take a trade on Sunday. I'll probably wait for Monday to see if I can get an engulfing candle and then just ride it. It will be an easy, a quick trade. You know, I'm not shooting for the moon. I will shoot for somewhere within this area right here. And yeah, that's what I'll do at USD SEC. All right, so let's keep it going. All right, so we're at the S&P 500. And this is actually a pair that I don't trade a lot at all. I am adding it to my repertoire to get familiar with it and get indices under my belt. So off rip, if we look at this pair right now, I honestly feel like it is bearish, because the bearish momentum kind of started right here. So we have a high here, we have a low, we have a high that did not break this high, and then we have a low that breaks this low, barely broke it, but then we have a high, once again it's not breaking this high, and then boom, death. Death. And then another high, but it's not breaking the previous high. Then we have another low, but you know, it's not, it did break this low. And then right here, it's just, we basically just fulfilled this retracement of this candlestick wick. But I honestly think that this is going to turn bullish. I don't know, man. I kind of feel like it's going to turn bullish because indices, they're weird. They're very, very weird. And I honestly think that it's going to turn bullish. I'm just being honest. I think, and also if we're on a 4 hour time frame right now, and we did break this this high right here, and we have not been breaking highs really and staying, but we did break this high and close above it. So I honestly think this is going to go up. retest, and continue bullish. I honestly think it's gonna happen. Now, if you're just looking at the charts and what the charts are giving you, then honestly, you can probably wait for it to break back down, wait for a market shift again to continue to go for a bearish ride. But like even on, I just went up a time frame to the 6 hour, and you know we're breaking highs and we're closing above it. So I feel like this pair is shifting bullish, and you just have to be patient, man. You have to sit on your hands, be patient. I'll wait for it to retest and keep going bullish. But at the same time, I'm not an indice trader because they're very unpredictable. It's always been a bit confusing to me, I'm not going to lie, because they're just all over the place. A lot of fundamentals are included, but that's S&P 500. That's what I would look for with that. So here we go. We're on gold. I used to trade gold a lot, but gold started wigging out on me as well. But I used to trade gold a lot. And if we start at the daily, it's ugly. The daily is ugly. I couldn't tell you what's going on. The weekly, I'm sorry. The weekly is ugly. I could not tell you what's going on here, but it looks a little more clear on the daily. So honestly, for me, on the daily, if I wanted to be a pure safe trader, like sit on your hands till there's no return, I would wait for structure, for price to break below this level here, or for price to break below this level here and continue bullish. I would totally wait for that. But if you want to trade within this weekly range, or should I say this daily range that we're in right now, and then I would see that we did break structure, we did break this level here. If you want to use that as a swing low, and then we became bullish, and then we created highs, but now we're breaking those highs. So if you want to get into a trade here, this is the level, your area of interest that you would want to see a trade, you know, and take a trade at. And you have some things lining up with it. As you can see, we have the daily EMA, we have a level right here. I'm gonna go all the way down to the 6 hour, and even the 6 hour is saying the same thing. So if I were to take a trade here, once again, it's all about the shift of momentum. So once again, I would wait for momentum to shift, and that will probably have you come more down into this level, this area of interest. Wait for momentum to shift, because right now you have a lot of bearish momentum. I will wait for momentum to shift before I go back up, take this bullish ride. And let's go into the 4 hour. Yeah, so once it's lining up very well, even on the 4 hour, it looks good with the EMA still there, the level still here. It's lining up very well. So I would definitely just wait for momentum to shift, you know, either have more smaller bearish candles with more wicks, or should I say in conjunction with a bullish engulfing candle to ride it up. Or you can go down to like the 1 hour or 2 hour and just completely wait for price to shift with it creating new higher highs and bullish structure, and then hop in on a retest. So that's gold right there. So let's keep it going. So this is NASDAQ. It's the same thing as S&P 500. It just look a bit more cleaner. I'm just gonna stay on the 4 hour, because it's the same thing as the S&P 500. So if you saw the S&P 500 breakdown, it's basically the same thing. It just looks more cleaner. So this will probably present itself before the S&P 500. So if this comes down and retests down here, and then I'll take that up. You know, I'll take this trade up before I take the S&P 500 trade, because it's presenting itself, you know, already. So that's that. So, Euro JPY, my bad. All right, so take it from the top. So we're going to go. We're going to hit it on the weekly, right? So the weekly does look sketch. And if you haven't noticed yet, that I have this green line set up here as my swing. The greens and the reds are my swings for my weekly. So I know that if I, bust through this green line here, I know for sure that I'm bullish. If I bust through here, I know for sure that I'm bearish, or most likely that I'm bearish. So if you see this high in the inside, and you could be telling yourself like, hey, this is the most recent high, but to me, it never broke this swing here. You feel me? Or here, or shall I say, I did not have structure break this low and then form a lower high to say that this is the most recent high. I hope that makes sense. But so to me, this is just structure. This isn't like a high that I'm considering it to be bearish or bullish. It's just structure. So if I drop down to the daily, and trust me, I'm going to get better at explaining things in the future, I promise. This is my first breakdown. I'm going to get better at explaining things. So right now, we're going to look at the daily, and we're trading within this weekly range, basically. So in the daily, just looking at most recent price action, we're bullish. Most recent price action, we're bullish. We just take this long swing here, created a low, then we broke this high, and now we're coming back down to test this level and this EMA. And if I were to pull up my fibs, I guarantee you it's probably a fib level as well. Yeah. Oh crap. The fibs put it on wrong. Yeah, so we're at a golden fib level as well. And my fibs are black because usually my background is white. But I'm switching it up a little bit this year. So I'm going to drop all the way down to the 6 hour right here. So this is what I was talking about on other pairs. When we entered this level here, we entered with such bearish momentum. Such bearish momentum. So people could have entered at this candle right here, and they would have seen that wick right there. It would have been like, oh, it's rejecting this level, let me hop in. But no, it's such, you have all of this just pure bearish momentum. And what did it do? It just shot right through it. It honestly just went crazy, just shot right through it, right? So what I would expect and what I would want to see, honestly, I won't even pay attention to this stuff right here, because this might take a while to set up. So I would want for price to create a high, create a higher low, and then bust through that high and literally come back to retest it, and then I hop in. So I would want to see, and it can even start here, it can start right here. Go ahead, create a higher low, bust through this high that it's about to create right here, bust through it, and then come back here and retest it. So I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you what I want to see. That's what I want to see. That right there. And then by the time this happens, that EMA would be floating around somewhere over here. That's exactly what I would want to see for Euro JPY. Alright, so what else we got here? So we got NZD CAD. So once again, we're going to go to the weekly. And the weekly is bearish. The weekly is bearish. We've broken structure down here. So the weekly is bearish. And at the same time, if you're looking at this weekly, you're looking at this wick right here, you have to understand that wick need to get filled. That wick need to get filled. So just off rip in my head, I'm like, okay, this whole week I'm gonna look for a setup to fill that wick. Because look what happened here. Crazy wick filled here. Crazy wick filled here. So that wick need to get filled, right? So go ahead, go down to the daily. So the daily, we're already at our area of interest. We have all this iffy structure here, so we're already at our area of interest. It can blow past this area. It can blow past this area and play around here. And I honestly wouldn't mind if it did that, because I take my trades based on a lot of confluences, and one of them is the EMA, bouncing off the EMA. Like look here, look how nice that bounced off the EMA, bounced off the EMA. You know, so I like my trades to bounce off of structure and the EMA. So even if this, and it most likely is going to blow through it, because that momentum, that bullish momentum is powerful right now. Like look at it, and at the same time, look at this wick, filled the wick, and we have a crazy daily bullish candle. So this might come up here, play around, and within this structure, I will want momentum to shift. I want momentum to shift to a more defined bearish sentiment, and then look for a break and retest to come to take it short. And that shift will most likely happen on the 4 hour or even the 2 hour. So if I break down to the 4 hour, right? So on the 4 hour, so if we, alright, stop tripping. So on the 4 hour, it looks a little iffy because we're breaking above the EMA, which means that the trade just might take longer to play out, to be honest. So we really need it actually to break this level here, to get up here into this level up here, and then start creating bearish momentum. You know, lower lows, higher lows. I'm sorry. Bearish momentum. We need to have it break past this level, break into this level, and then flip. And then we honestly might end up coming back to breaking and retesting this level. Watch, bro. I'm gonna do a recap at the end of the week on NZD CAD. We're gonna end up coming back into the breaking and retesting this level. But don't get lost in the sauce, because I'm pretty sure now that I just went down to the 4 hour, it's gonna blow past this level and come and test this level up here. And that's when we're gonna see our trade when it comes back to this level here. All right, so what we got next? So we have GBP CAD. So I'm gonna go to the weekly. All right, so this one is iffy, because you would think that, well, all of this right here is a mess, I'm not gonna lie. And if you see this white line here, because I'm trying to track divergence, I'm trying to implement that back into my trading plan. I wasn't trading with divergence all last year, so I'm trying to implement it back. So I think that what's going to happen with GCAD is it going to bounce down, retest, give us some more bearish momentum, and then probably pop back up. You know, that's what I'm thinking is going to happen. So if I was to get into this trade and ride it, because look at it, it's been bullish for a very, very long time. It's been bullish for a very long time. So it is risky to try to hop in on a counter trend trade, but I think that's what's going to play out. And yeah, so we have this level. So it's a lot to consider when it comes to confluence wise. Like, we do have a head and shoulders. Boom. And then we're retesting the neckline. So it's kind of beautiful, to be honest with you. Like, market structure is so beautiful. Like, we're retesting the neckline. We do have this crazy bullish candle here on the daily. And look who's here to play. We have the EMA here as well. So honestly, I would just go down to the 4 hour and I'll just wait for the market to show me something. Right now, you see this crazy bullish candle. I'm not going short right after this crazy bullish candle. I don't care if I miss this trade. I don't care if markets open later on today and it's just boom. Nah, I would wait. I'll just wait for a bearish market shift. And with this, I will probably have to take this all the way down to like the 1 hour, just to be honest with you. Yeah, you see, I'll have to take this down to the 1 hour. To the 1 hour. Whoa, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? So on the 1 hour, what I would do is I'll wait for a low to create to form, so I can get my EMA to be above price, so that I can retest that come down, retest that low in EMA, then to go short. So my entry actually might end up being like somewhere down here, to be honest. My entry might end up being somewhere down here. Alright, I think that's probably it. We got GU. Yeah, GU is a pretty simple break and retest as well. You know, we're on a weekly. Weekly is bearish. We have some break of structure. Drop down to the daily. Yep. And I think that's a daily fib zone. Yeah, spot on. That's a daily fib zone. So GU is a pretty simple trade as well. Yeah, I'll wait for price to come into this level here and dance around, find a nice candlestick pattern, and then I'll take that short. And everything is lining up. We have the daily fib zone right here with all this nasty market structure that we broke below, and it's actually a nice little range that we broke below as well. So yeah, we actually broke below a range, so we can go retest the lows, retest the daily fib level, retest the bottom of this range, and the EMA is going to be down here as well. So that's the goal, is to come into this level, retest it, look for a nice candlestick pattern to continue to ride this thing down. And that's it for today, man. If you're still here, I appreciate you. I will get better at explaining myself when it comes to breaking down, you know, charts and all that. And I will get better at explaining all the markups I have on my chart. I just wanted to get straight to the point, because there are a lot of pairs I had to go through, because I am a swing trader, so I analyze a lot. Because a lot of these pairs, once the markets open, especially the pairs that are right at their levels, once the market open later on today, it's the setup is going to look completely different. It's going to look completely different, and I'm going to have to reassess my whole chart. You know, and that's the thing with swing trading, is you look at a lot of pairs because they all don't set up at the same time. You might be waiting on a setup for weeks and it just never happens. So if you're still here, I appreciate you. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Put in the comments what you want me to break down more so for like my future videos, and I appreciate y'all. Thank you.